It's probably a good rule though. Also, I think the hose on this Kong Bong is also leaking, which I'm about to start talking mad shit about him if I have to replace a third hose.
Where's the show open? Because I'm pretty sure we're live and yeah.
We are live.
You're supposed to play the intro thing, dude.
Right, and I already don't know where it is.
It's in the man, you fucking idiot. Oh, nope, wrong one. That's Where's the other one? No, it is.
Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass. Is there a more appropriate way for this episode to start
And with you having graphics up that we don't need?
Than it to end with Mike going, God, I hate you guys.
Yeah, because Mike's not here tonight, guys, and it is already starting. Welcome to Craft Brewed Sports. Holy crap. Didn't know where the intro music was. Lost my bearings, all because, dude, I lost my beer pre-show.
How the dude?
You know where I found it?
You
know
serious?
where I found it? Okay, I'll give you one guess where I found it.
Kitchen cabinet.
No, so much better.
Christian, what you got?
Right where you left it?
It was in the fucking refrigerator, man, where I stuck it. But see, here's what happened. My son had moved the milk and it shifted the beer to the back. And I'm like, I know I left this damn beer at the front of the fridge. It was right here. I looked all over the damn house, retracing my steps of where I went to find this beer. And eventually I just started moving things around in the back of the fridge. Sure enough, my beer comes popping out. I'm like, oh my God. So we are already off and running. This is going to be one hell of a show. Drew, what do you got for me?
I mean, on the plus side here.
You're at the Cintas Center too?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, shit. I forgot. Yeah, they never kicked me out. I don't know how. I don't know why. I honestly don't think they think I'm like a real human. I think I'm like the phantom of the Cintas they talk about because I just get drunk and then randomly pass out. But somehow I always pass inspection. Like they miss me when the security guards come around or the janitors and whatnot. There's always like free pretzels laying around somewhere to eat. I've got my hands on many a good concession stand snack to just keep thriving.
Do they just like leave you alone? Are they like, oh, that's legacy? That's Drew. Don't mess with them.
A little bit, probably, yeah. Because man, back in the day. Because here's the thing: the Cintas Center has the ghost of the CAF past. Like the old school cafeteria was in the Cintas Center, and that's where you would go to get your nosh on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just say I put in work there. Like I had some serious hours in that calf.
Can we talk about Cintas Center for a minute?
I would love to talk about Cintas Center for a minute.
I hadn't been there in a few years, just because reasons. I live forever away, and it's much easier to just watch on TV, dude,
and cheaper.
Yes, much cheaper. So got tickets earlier this season, and this was the second game. I don't even remember who the hell we played. And I'm at the concession stands, and I'm like, when in the hell did these concession stands just go generic as shit? No skyline, no nothing. It was just, oh, we have this no-name food for you available. I'm like, this is like real corporate. What the hell happened to Xavier that they don't even have La Rosa's Pizza anymore?
I got you on that, B. It's when Sodexo lost the contract to be feeding all them kids up in Xavier. They then also that trickled out to other areas, and that's what you're seeing now is the concessions area has been affected by that business decision that is decreasing the quality of life for our student body. And I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna stand for it. God dang it.
It was supremely disappointing. Like I was just like, all the money that these kids pay to go here now and how much I'm still paying to not go here now and can't even get some real fucking food in this bitch.
Speaking of money that we paid to go places, I do want to quickly give a hat tip, and we'll go three. We'll go 3 wide just because Christian. I want to
Christian,
say,
what's up, man? How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
First
of all,
like
fuck
I said, once
Xavier,
you're fun,
though.
maybe.
whoa,
Whoa, wait, hold on a minute. You're a UConn
is
fan.
going
Like, there's
on?
no beef there. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, where's the hatred? Just because we run the Big East now and y'all ain't anywhere to be
Do you?
found?
Do you?
We run it more than you do.
I mean, been back 2 years.
That doesn't matter. I mean,
you guys had like 8 years to do something in our absence. Nothing.
Well, hold
He's
on.
actually making a very good point. See, this was my problem with how Xavier started out in the Big East is that they didn't run away and hide like they should have. They didn't. They kind of stayed stagnant while all the other like traditional teams were kind of just hanging around, and it was just Villanova. And I'm like, this is going to come back to bite us in the ass. And here we are. It's fun times, man.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. We're still the better Big East team over UConn today.
We're still ranked higher than Xavier.
Well, Joel, guy, he did it. Scott, you better get him. You better get him before I have to.
There's no E, man. It's just Xavier. Like there's no eggs. Yeah,
I said it right the first time.
Now, first of all, I appreciate you coming right back at me on this, but I do want to be clear that I'm taking the petty route here, Christian. I'm not talking about top 25 rankings. I'm saying we are the better Big East team just because you're not in the Big East. Like, you recognize that, right?
Do you want to look historically at this?
No. I'm making my plans for this moment in time because I can win that argument.
We're not in the Big East.
Wait, are you? Did that change?
Yeah.
Drew,
I would like to talk about the beer I'm drinking tonight.
Let's
go to beer intros. Drew, what are you drinking, man?
Some lemon shit. I don't know where. Here it is.
Again, Rouse.
Lemon basil West Coast IPA out of Spice Trade Brewing. Now, what's interesting about this beer is the fact that I had it the first time and absolutely hated it. I gave it a 2 caps on Untapped, which is saying something. And yet tonight I'm digging it, man. Like,
really?
It is solid. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's because it was colder or warmer because it sat out a little bit longer. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's playing better for me tonight. And maybe some of it is just that I'm coming off that shootout high. Hangover still hasn't kicked in, thank God, because it is going to kill me. But I'm digging this, man. So what I'm gonna do is do a quick Google search before I say something else stupid. Actually, I'll just fucking say it. This beer is Ray Allen's Big East. So the rating scale this week will do on versions of the Big East in deference to, one of the better Big East teams, UConn. So that's what I'm drinking this week. Scott, you want to step in here next? Because I see Christian. He's thinking, man, he's going to that Wayback Machine. What you got, Scotty?
No, I was just gonna say I'm not gonna go because I want Christian to go really quickly. I was trying to give him a chance to shine.
Bud Light.
But yeah, because I knew he was coming with a hard hitter.
Yeah, just classic. So, like 2011 Big East, because it's never gonna go wrong. Kemba Walker step back.
Okay, yeah. I was like, you have.
I don't remember what Xavier's record was that year, but I don't think they made.
Oh, come on! Okay. Oh, actually, we were ranked 20th.
I was gonna say, I was like 2011. We probably did one of our trip and fall on our face years.
Yeah, we were 24-8, won the A10. Let's see here. I'm looking up what happened. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not that. Oh, come on, ESPN. Whatever. Pass.
Cool. Well, I'm drinking the last and final. I'm so sad that Mike couldn't be here for this one because this is my last pumpkin beer 2021. And I'm drinking Pumpkachino. It's an imperial pumpkin coffee stout. And I specifically saved this for when I knew I didn't have to work at 2:00 in the morning because this sumbitch is a 9.5%. And so I'm thinking it's going to put me on my ass. It says it's got pumpkin and roasty coffee in it. So
Oof, yeah.
on the Big East scale so far, tasting this, I don't taste the 9%, which probably means it's gonna fuck me up even worse. What would be like the greatest year of the Big East for UConn?
2018.
Right. I was gonna say,
sorry.
Obviously they won that title, but was that a bigger deal than the title?
The 99 probably.
It was. I was gonna say, which one was bigger?
Yeah.
Duke.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry, I hit
When they upset Duke in 99.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then this is a 99 UConn. This is fucking amazing. So I got that going for me. Once I found it, because if you missed the very top of the show, not only is Mike not here, I misplaced my beer in my fridge, which you would think would be hard to do, but when kids move stuff and gets their hands on things, life comes at you fast. So yeah,
it's also kind of terrifying too, because you came into the show sober. Like that's not a great look for any of us. But
I know, like that's why I was upset, because I was flying around here sober as a judge and not remembering where my damn beer was. So I was just being old and. Well, so I just completely overlooked it too. So.
I do want to come back to this though, strictly because I think, Christian, you were saying some shit, and now I might have to call you out on it. But before I do that, I want to get it clear. So with the Huskies, the Kemba Walker year was that he hit the step back in the year of 2011 for the 2010 season.
Yeah. It was the Big East tournament.
So 2011 was a good year for Xavier because Gabe was fiddling us in, and that was the brawl year, and then we made the Sweet 16. So that was a good year for Xavier.
Yeah. So 2010 to 11 is when UConn won the title, which again I thank you for, because if Butler would have won, I would have picked up a charge easily.
That was also one of the worst college basketball games I've ever watched.
Who the fuck cares? You won.
Yeah, it was like a 50-52 game.
It was not a good title game. I remember that.
As I sit here and I watch a game between Houston and someone I don't know the other Houston and someone the AAC, where it was 19-18 at halftime. Yeah. Like the first half was ticking down, and I had to check the college basketball rules because I know the women play quarters. Did the men switch to quarters? And that's what it is after the first quarter. Oh no, that's a half of a basketball game that these athletes did this bad. Yeah, UCF and Temple. 29-22, 5 minutes into the second half. Anyways, back to the original point, though. That year, Xavier lost to Marquette in the first round of the men's tournament following a 22nd ranking.
Which year are you talking about, 2011 or 10?
I'm talking about 2010-2011.
Okay. So they lost in the first round to Marquette?
Yeah, but like we weren't shit. Like we could have been a lot worse.
That was Jimmy Butler? That's why. Yeah. That's why. Because I remember Marquette, we kept having to play them, and it was like whatever, and we always beat them. And then Jimmy Butler came out, and that was second half too, because first half they handled them, and I think the first time they played Marquette that season, if I remember correctly, handled them. And I was like, I don't get this whole Jimmy Butler being an NBA prospect hype. Like, I just don't see it. Every time we play him, he's just whatever, and we own him. And then that tournament game, he came out in that second half and whomped our asses. And I was like, oh, that's why he's going to the NBA. Like, just dominated. Remember not being able to stop that dude.
I still don't think we can stop him if our life depended on it.
Right now,
also, Mr. UConn Huskies, Xavier's ahead of you in the conference standings. So I was originally right.
Yeah. But like
just took me that long to like figure it out, because ESPN standings have no data in them. Apparently, we're all 0-0. Congratulations.
Isn't like PC up there right now though too? Like those don't mean anything.
It's
like
true.
Providence is God.
It doesn't. The standings don't matter until February. They really don't. Like
yes, the Providence Friars are up there.
Right. Until you get to the end of January, beginning of February, nothing really matters. Like,
wait a minute. Are you saying
lost every game?
Are you saying the fact that there's not been a single Big East conference game played that the standings don't matter?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It means absolutely.
Scott, that weakens our point, man. Damn it.
I'm trying to strengthen it if you're going to stand on something worth a damn. Like, but I'm not like here for college.
When have you ever known me to string out an argument this long that stood for a damn?
I've never really known you to string out an argument, period, that was worth a damn. But like every now and then you stumble into one. So there's that.
Guys, you're talking about the backdoor cover.
It's 15 minutes in. I just got to tell you, I'm on vacation, and I don't mean like from the show. I'm totally in on the show, but I don't have to work again until the 3rd of the year, and so I'm just very much like.
Still don't know how you pull that off.
Shit.
Every year,
2 years in a row, but I think that every year is going to be my last. Though, like I feel like next year they're going to be like, "Hey, motherfucker, you're not taking off the last 2.5 weeks of the year again," because we
now.
I am going to fight them.
To be fair, this year is a little easier because you take off. I did the math today.
Christmas is on a Saturday, so that helped.
It felt perfect. You can take 3 PTO days and get 10 days off in a row. Which, yes, Christian, this is what old people talk about, and it sucks. But like a 10-day bender,
you have to manipulate your PTO.
Oh, yeah.
Like
you gotta work the system, dude.
Like, I'm done till the 24th of January.
What?
And he's been done too, Scott. We were talking about this pre-show. You've been done for
like a week and a half.
Yeah,
we were sitting there last week thinking, maybe he missed because it's finals or whatever.
Well, I don't have any finals because my major is like project based, and all my projects were done a while ago.
This motherfucker.
So but all my friends are finals, so I sitting on my thumb for a week and a half.
Yeah, because his friends suck. So,
but that's the best way to college. Like
I've been going to bed at
doing nothing.
8:30 every night.
What time do you get up if you go to bed at 8:30?
Oh, that doesn't change. Like that's fucked up part about it.
You still sleep till noon?
Yeah, I'll get like a 13-hour sleep. Like it doesn't matter.
That's impressive.
All of a sudden, I don't know if it's worth having all that time off when nobody else does. If you're just gonna sleep all of it, like
I convinced my friends to go to Applebee's with me one night for dinner. I was like, let's just go get some food, and I got hammered.
That is fantastic.
But you got to respect that, though. That's a boss.
No, I'm not. I am not mad at all. That what that would be sad for one of us if we got hammered at Applebee's in college. Getting hammered at Applebee's on just a weeknight. That's gotta be. That's the tits right there.
No, see now
because Applebee's is like as nice as you can afford, and like in college, like it's like that's big time. But sick. Getting wasted and having everybody like
awesome.
Take care.
Like
I
was
gonna say
perfect. It got it was like
Wait, so what were you drinking that night? Please tell me.
I was gonna say
Long Island. Holy shit.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, my man was crushing it
hard in the paint. No wonder you got wasted. That dude, one of those will fuck me up.
I mean, dude, that's the dream though.
4 was like my limit, where it's just like, all right, if I drink a 5th, I'm blacking out.
I had like a $45 check at the end of it. It was bad. But like again, like $45. Like if I go to Newport for the night, which is like, you guys know what Newport is?
Yeah.
Right,
maybe give me a state. Well, because like
Island.
Okay, that's why I thought.
I'm aware of what Newport is. Then
yeah,
go.
For some reason, I thought you were down in Georgia. My bad.
If I go to Newport, Georgia. If I go to
we're talking about UConn and the Big East this whole time, and he's in Georgia. What? You're thinking of the last intern, you moron.
Hey, I'm drunk.
If I go to the bars in Newport for a night, I'll spend like $150, get the same amount of drunk. But Applebee's $45 and food.
Wait, that included food? That's a hell of a night. Holy shit.
Dude, half price apps, bro.
Half price apps and $5 Long Island iced teas.
Fuck, man. Although I'll tell you what, those Long Island iced teas right now would kick my ass even worse. But it's for the oldest man reason ever. All that acid reflux on that shit, man. All that shit that you put in there, man, would fuck my shit up.
It's like more booze than anything else. Like that first sip, you're like, whoa. All right.
Yeah, Long Island iced teas are no joke, man.
Now,
so you think it's like, they're not going to put them that strong. No.
Now, real quick, guys, since we're talking about Long Island iced teas, I think now is a great time to cover how morning recovery from More Labs can really help you bounce back the next day. Whether you're a college kid crushing half-price apps and Long Island iced teas at Applebee's, or you're Scott hiding beers in the back of the fridge behind your milk jug just so you can sneak a sip when you need to, morning recovery from morelabs.com will keep you straight the next day. So head on over to craftbrewedsports.com/hangover for our discount code that is cheaper than full price to go ahead and pick up your 6-pack today. I thought he put the sound drop on here. Where'd he go?
I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing because this motherfucker want to talk shit about me losing the open. Oh wait, he can't find the sell out button, can he? Can he?
Oh, I found it.
Sell out.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, when did he add that coin slide on there?
I don't know. I think you need to have something.
Sell out.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, are they trading Bitcoin?
Sell out.
Look at them motherfuckers. They trading Bitcoin.
Anyway, I want to catch up with the comments real quick here because Biscuit was shout out to Biscuit because he's got to work Spider-Man for starting tomorrow, and so yeah, I saw the comment earlier about people not spoiling it.
I saw a huge spoiler.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Wait a
Well, you
minute.
better not relieve it here because I will fucking cut your mic and your camera like with the quickness because I'm going to see it at 7:00 tomorrow night, and I don't want to know shit. Except for the fact that I probably know most of all of it anyway. Like, I don't expect to be like super surprised. I just want the execution is going to be the surprise for me.
Someone
like,
put the ending scene on TikTok.
Spider-Man gets
What?
executed?
Jesus Christ, bro, executed.
I mean, it's my fault. I watched the whole video, but like,
yeah, that was like.
How is
And
it still up?
Whitey says that planning work around drinking is a sign of responsibility. It really is. Like,
That's
it's a
true.
full-time job. Like, I always have to make sure that I'm like, all right. Like I said, with this pumpkin beer, I'm like 9.5. That's gonna have to wait till Christmas break because if I try to go to work at 1:00 in the morning on a 9.5, it's gonna be no good.
see, if I had work at like 7, on like during the summer, it was bad. Like, I'd have like 7 a.m.s on like Saturdays, and like I'd still stay out till 5.
Holy
Fuck!
shit!
Where were you out till 5? Or
I
is this
thought
a
I was
house
a
party
badass when I used
situation?
to stay.
Like the
I guess I
like,
didn't.
because I lived here in the summer, like in the college town, so I would just be in like Newport every night. And then one time earlier this year, it was bad. I had like a 7 a.m. on like a Sunday. Saturday night, I just didn't go to bed, and in the morning, I walked to work, and I don't like really remember my shift.
Wait, where did you?
How far did you walk?
Oh, it's like a 20-minute walk. Cause like I got home and I'm like, all right, it's 6 o'clock. I have work in an hour. Like, I'm not gonna go to bed. I'll miss my shift. So I just kind of sat there, like chilled, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to work now. Showered, and then got in the car, and I was like, no way.
That was a good decision,
where do you
young
work?
man. Very smart, sir.
Stop and
Very
Shop.
smart.
You were working where?
Stop and Shop.
That
It's like a food market in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Not like a
and
Kroger, not
it's
something
like-
quality, right?
say that again.
It's not something top shelf like Kroger, right?
I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't call it top shelf. I mean, they let me work there, and like I was like, it got bad. I was like standing there, like at like the self checkout registers, like just like to monitor people, and I literally and like help people out, and I literally fell asleep standing up, and like I woke up to some guy like whistling at me across the room. I was like, oh, my bad.
Please tell me you're like, sorry, dude, I'm just super hungover.
I was just like, my bad. And then I got a ride home, went to bed, and then I don't really remember much of the shift.
Holy shit, that is fantastic.
All right, so
I never miss a shift, though.
I mean, you
that's
got paid, right?
Yeah, never miss a shift.
And he didn't get fired. So
Did
all
you
the way around,
snag-
Dubs.
Did you snag any like free food in the break room or anything that like kind of tied you over, or were you running like empty stomach that
Like
whole
it
time?
was like I didn't even like want any food because like I wasn't even like hungover. I was like drunk.
Just tired.
Yeah,
just hammered.
I was drunk.
All right,
like,
so Christian told us his story. Scott, do you have a story of walking drunk, whether it was home or to work or whatever?
No, I've never walked. I mean, I will say I've pulled the man. I have been out since the bars closed. I gotta be to work in an hour, 2 hours, and just don't go to sleep. Like I've pulled that, and then somehow made it through my shift.
You know what the best part of that situation is too?
Sad.
The beer after that shift.
Dude, no. I think every time I did do that, it was one of those. I'm never drinking again. This was awful.
Well,
I just slept. But
the day after that is really rough. Like you get like a triple hangover, but that night is a great party for again.
I also
cheap.
Sleep like Christian like after that night for just straight.
You just
13
have
hours.
yeah. Well, you just have deep sleep. You let your body
wake up and you're like,
recover.
what year is it? Like, is it Monday already? Like, what happened? Just so fucking disoriented. You have no idea what's happening.
Like
and it's dusk. You're like, I went to sleep when it was dusk, and I woke up and it's dusk. Shit, what day is it?
Again, that's college, man. That's the best part of college. And that's when I hear people say shit like, well, you don't need to go to school to get a job, whatever. I'm like, yeah, but like, why wouldn't you? That shit is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the only time you're allowed to do it.
I need
a victory lap. Well done, my friend.
Exactly.
I did one. I did 1.5 myself, so it's a good call. It does get expensive. That's the downside.
Well, I only need a few classes, and like, I need like 2 or 3 more classes after this semester. So like, I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna get another house, just act like I'm a full-time student.
Oh boy, that's the way to do it. All you got to do is figure out how many credit hours you need to take for Uncle Joe to say you're still a full-time student, so you get all those tax breaks and shit. You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
That was the angle I played.
Gabe with a pretty solid one says he's got a good walking story that he walked from MLT's to Dana's, which is probably a 3-mile walk drunk. That is at least a 3-mile walk, and not a fun one at all.
No.
That's like mostly hills. Holy shit!
All right,
I still have that beat. Like
of course you do.
Oh, all right, well here you go. I'm gonna give you.
Hey,
2.
wait, how far was your walk for this time? This story, 4 or 5 miles.
5, yeah.
All right, you may have me on distance, but
on the highway.
Oh, see, I did one of those too.
Oh, no. You were not walking on the fucking highway for 5 miles to get to your job drunk.
No. This is a completely different story.
Oh, okay. No. I thought that was
wait, hold on.
I was like,
all right.
Dude, how did you not get hit?
If we're going to do this right, then Christian, let me get one in. You can counter with your second, and then I'll wrap up with my
because I got to hear this 4 or 5 miles on the highway story.
So I'll go with my distance run, if you will, first. So there was one time I was out partying with friends in Norwood. Scott knows what that is. For our non-Cincinnati people, it's a neighborhood in Cincinnati
It's where Mike lives.
It's where Mike lives. Yeah. Like, so, look,
it's a good family area.
It's a great family area. A lot of great dive bars with like a long history, a lot of great restaurants with a long history.
Area.
It's right next to Xavier. So it's like got some college-ness to it, if you will. But at the same time, like you've got these nice pockets neighborhoods. So we were doing our thing, Jello shots on the front porch, whatever. Things happened. I was trying to call a taxi because, judge me, Christian. It's fine. It was that long ago that there wasn't Uber. Like that wasn't a fucking thing. And so,
which is even crazy. Nobody ever
was
calls taxis in a city. Like,
I was going to say,
New York.
Or it was when Uber was around, but I was just too drunk to compute or whatever. And the guy's like, "All right, cool, great. I'll pick you up at 4 a.m." And I was like, nah, I'll pass on that. That doesn't.
Whitey also makes a good point that Norwood is often featured on Cops. He says this is a great place to catch a Cops crew.
I was going to say, I think they've been on 4 different episodes.
I was going to say they've been in Norwood at least 4 times since I've lived in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, and it's great for all kinds of shit too, like a random drunken character on the corner, popping a meth dealer in an alley, holding the entire block hostage, saying you're going to light the gas line on fire and blow everyone up. Good times in Norwood, I tell you.
Norwood.
Ain't no hood like the Norwood.
It's a hell of a town.
Yeah, so when this taxi car company tells me they'll be there at 4, I was like, no, fuck that. That's dumb. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just pass out from like 3 to 4, 4:35, whatever. Just give me a minute. And then, and then I'm gonna huff it. So I walked my ass from Norwood.
Huff it or hoof it? Like, what are you huffing? Like glue? No, it's
air. Air. It was.
Bro.
Hoof. I hoofed so bad that I was huffing. Whatever, dude.
Okay.
I walked from Norwood all the way to Mount Lookout, and the only reason that like those two things are important is one, you go on some fairly major streets. Two, there's some motherfucking hills, dude.
Yeah,
it is a
bitch.
bitch.
Were fucking killing you, weren't they?
Calves? No, I'm pretty sure like I had a meniscus tear or something when I got home. Like my knees swole up like a bitch for the next day. I pulled, like Christian did or said earlier, I pulled one of them long sleeps. I got home, I passed out. My roommates who were at the place that I was partying, hanging out, had by the time I got home, woken up, gone, got breakfast, driven home, showered, and were just hanging out. We're like, dude, we were worried. Like, we didn't know what happened to you. We were wondering where you were. And I'm just like, fuck. Well, I made it. And then I passed out, slept it off, woke up the next day nasty as hell because I didn't eat breakfast or shower, but I had a swollen ass fucking knee for it. So I don't know if that beats Christians or whatever. That's my first entry into the drunken walking story competition.
I got nothing. So Christian, go.
So this one was so my fault. Like, but in the summer, so like I lived here again, but like this town in the summer isn't like a college town. It's like a town. It's like a bunch of townies. So like all the bars are like towny bars. So we went to one of like our normal bars with like some of my friends and me, and like we stay there like good. And like I have this like bad, like not bad habit, I guess, but like weird habit. I love like getting into conversations with like people double my age when I'm drunk.
Yes,
love
You're
it.
just
like,
learning, man.
Yeah, like
just
life
learning from their
talks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, really, like, it's like
Deep
people that I shouldn't be talking to life about because like
theirs didn't work out so well.
They've experienced 2 of yours already.
Yeah, and you're like sitting at me, like sitting with me at the same bar, talking to me. So, my friends come up, they're like, "Oh, like we're leaving. My phone's dead." So, they're like, "All right, we're leaving. You coming?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming." And then new topic in the conversation with this guy, so I get locked in again, and I walk outside, I'm looking for my friends, and they're not there. And I'm like, "Oh my god, okay." So, phone's dead. Couldn't call an Uber. Not that there would be any Ubers anyway, because never really are here. And then I'm just kind of sitting there on the curb. I'm like, what am I gonna do here? And at this point, like last call closed. Like the townies had gone home. Not that I was gonna ask the townie for a ride home or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like,
not unless you wanted to get
so then my next plan was try and get a police officer to pick me up. So because I've heard stories about that, like people walking home, like cops come, like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "I'm just trying to get home." Cops pick them up, bring them home.
Just stay tuned.
Yeah,
a little bit from now.
I'm like, I'll start walking. Like a cop will see me, be like, "What are you doing?" Drive me home. House is like right next to URI's campus. I'm like deep in Narragansett, so it's probably like a 15-minute drive. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna start walking, and started walking. And for the first time in my life, I did not see a single police officer. I left the bar at 1 o'clock and got home at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, you were walking for 4 hours.
Yeah, and like the backstory to this is like, maybe my phone was charged because.
Well, it wasn't at the end of that walk.
There definitely was just no Ubers. So the backstory of this is I called my roommate and I was like, "Where are you?" Like I'm sitting at the bar, there are no Ubers, and he's like, "I'm home, dude. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm drunk. I can't come get you." I'm like, and then we just start screaming at each other like this huge drunken argument. And I'm like, "I can't believe you fucking left me here." Like all this. For like a majority of the way home. And then I get home, and my roommate is sitting on the couch in our apartment, and like he's like my father, pissed off that I'm coming home that late, like legs crossed. And the first thing he says to me, he's like, "Are you gonna fucking talk to me like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you left me at the bar." And then
wait, is this no? And so this is the story where you walked 4 to 5 miles on the highway.
Yeah, he waited 4 hours for me to get home so we could argue.
Oh, he was probably hammered, so like you could keep yourself busy if you just trying to like wind down the buzz.
Sitting there like waiting to give me a lecture like he's my mom or dad. Like it was.
Oh my god! How much shit did he buy in QVC? Because like
it was like, and then the argument was like, I was just like, "Dude, you left me there," and then that's really all it was.
Did you guys remember the fight or the situation 24 hours later? Or had it already just evaporated?
Well, I'm sure we remembered it, but like it was just something like
it was just that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like obviously you're gonna remember that, but it's like because that's what happens when you drink lots of booze. I get it, man.
That's amazing.
I think it's perfect though, because it leads into my second story about walking home, because it's so funny that you said I've heard stories about people who just be walking on the highway and cops come by and how was the makeup sex, says Whitey. Christian, what?
Oh, God.
Christian says pass. Pass. That's a pass, Whitey. Thanks, you dick.
Wait, so you did see cop or you didn't?
So, all right. So this was a scenario where I was downtown. Now, my boy Eric Riddle and then his brother Corey, like there were a couple times, this was just post college, so like 23, 24, whatever, where we were still broke as fuck, but like we were living that college life as professionals. But there was this week that my roommates, so I live with two girls, one was dating Riddle. They left, were out of town. They left the three dudes at home. So Corey had come into town to visit. So it was us three guys, and we called it summer camp because we had done it before in college and stuff, where Corey would come in to visit for a week at the boys' house, and we just shit happened. So the Riddles and I go downtown drinking in Cincinnati, and we're doing whatever, cutting it up, just getting after it. And then we go down to Fountain Square. And at this point, I think Eric, the older brother, had pieced out, and it's just me and Corey, the younger brother who lives in Pittsburgh. And I don't remember how or where we met him, but we were talking to these like European chicks. And I say European because I don't remember exactly where else from that. I just know it was like exotic and whatever. And they're like, we're gonna go show you
whatever.
Dude, they had some
European
kind of accent and they were wearing, it was a car, whatever. So we're like, all right, we'll show you Fountain Square. Like that's one of Cincinnati's landmarks. Like, let's go show you Fountain Square, and we can show, like, take you on
what a great
city, whatever.
way to hit on some chicks. Maybe we'll show you Fountain Square.
Look, man, I was downtown with the boys for summer camp to get lit. Corey was leaning a little bit.
Your pickup line was, "I'll show you Fountain Square."
No, my pickup line was literally
one of Cincinnati's greatest attractions.
No, my pickup line was, I'm with Corey. Like I was like, I'm with Corey. I don't know if this works out. Great. If not, and I go home and play Tiger Woods, I'm just as happy. It's all fine. So we're down in Fountain Square, and I don't know how the fuck it happened, but they all get into the fountain. Like it's this big ass fountain, and they get in the fountain, and they're like just jumping in there, like clothes. Took their
crazy, bro.
Oh no, I didn't. I looked. I was like, oh,
I know,
right,
but
now,
I know that all these people are white. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
100% a fact without even having to ask.
I said European, right? Like, what else did you expect?
Well, yeah, I mean the European, but I'm saying like everybody else involved was definitely white.
100%, yeah, 100%. And so they jump in the fountain, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. And I Irish goodbye their ass and just peace out. And I walk about 2 or 3 blocks, and I'm like, wait, how the fuck is this gonna work?
I mean, if Mike was here, I mean, I definitely would have got
race card.
Oh, good
Go
call.
ahead.
Good call. It's important. It's important to self-police, Scott. I appreciate it.
yeah, I gotta hit myself with that.
Right. So I get 2 or 3 blocks out, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm definitely not going back there because I ain't about that vibe. But how the fuck am I gonna get home? And again, this was a situation where I'm pretty sure that Uber just did not cross my mind, or my phone might have been dead too, because we were out for a while at that point. So I'm like, fuck it. We live in Mount Lookout. It's not that far away. I'll just walk. It's going to be fine. I'll just walk up to Columbia Parkway, and I'll just walk Columbia Parkway straight back to our house.
From downtown?
From downtown.
Holy crap, dude.
So Christian, not being from Cincinnati, Columbia Parkway is legitimately at some points 5 wide. I guess it's not a highway, Scott. What'd you call it? Like a bypass or some shit?
Yeah, I mean it's a 2-lane highway basically, but I guess it's 4 lanes on each side though. Like
right, well it gets that big.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty wide going through the area you're talking about.
Because when I was thinking about this, I was like, "There's a sidewalk; it'll be fine." So I walk my ass up there, and you go up these steps because it starts to go up a hill, and you go up these steps. You walk past all the bums that are living underneath it because that was terrifying enough of itself. And then I get to the top of the steps, and the road keeps going this way, and I'm like, all right, cool. So then I just pop over. Oh fuck! There's nowhere to get here. So then I have to walk all the way back down the steps, and then basically start walking up the shoulder of this road. And like,
Why
yeah,
do
this.
Oh no, it's Robert Taylor. I
As
thought
Robert Taylor saying this story's giving him COVID.
His story's giving him COVID. Robert, you've been missing. Like, this show has started and has continued to just
We
be
haven't-
the best drunken stories. We haven't talked about sports. Not a damn.
I was
bit.
just gonna say, and Scott, we got notes too. We got a lot of notes.
I know, and what's funny
got a lot
is
of notes to get to.
this is a sports and beer podcast, and we're making up for all the beer in one episode.
All the
the
beer.
beer that we never
the
talk
beer.
about, all
Yeah.
the drunkenness. Like, this is making up
This
for
is
it.
it right
Continue.
here. Yeah.
we got to hear the rest of this ridiculousness.
So I'll wrap this up because we're getting pretty close. Because again, at this point, I'm still probably like a good 3 miles out from my house. Like I've walked a mile, probably 3. No, it's farther. It's like 5 or 6. But I'm a ways, and so I'm walking up this like 5-lane road where people will fucking drag race. Like I heard it all the time. I lived in Walnut Hills. They tear ass down there. I should have gotten killed. And then it gets down to a point too where it becomes like an overpass. And so there is no shoulder because you're going over some fucking valley because it's on the side of a hill. So there's literally 2 lanes, yellow stripe in the middle, and then concrete on both sides. And my drunk ass is just stumbling in flip-flops, I just remembered. I'm stumbling in the right-hand lane, just going through this, and I was like, well, fuck, if this is it. This is everyone left me. I know what happened. And out of nowhere,
Kevin just said that he's watching this on a 70-inch TV, and he wants us to know that he's never needed to see this much of you. And he doesn't know what, though, Kevin, this to himself. In fact, Kevin, here, let's make it. There you go,
right there, Kevin. And here's
all
the thing:
70 inches.
If you're really going to be a bitch like that, do you see the poor work I've done for you guys in preparation, bitch? I took my facial like a man, so I was looking good for this. So get the fuck out of here with that. I can't believe I seen this much Mookie. Let me finish my story, Kevin. Interrupting asshole.
Oh shit. Continue.
So I'm going
you're on
down
death's
this
doorstep. You're worried about dying. Go.
Yeah, because basically any car going 35 miles an hour, actually it's a 55 mile an hour. Any car coming 55 miles an hour down that stretch that hits me, because they will, because I'm not wearing reflective gear, nothing. I'm gonna get fucking smoked. Done. And then somehow, out of nowhere, a squad car shows up. And I got to be honest, Christian, after that, it gets super fuzzy because I don't know what kind of conversation we had or like how he figured out what was going on. But somehow he knew that I was hammered and just needed a ride home.
Wait, he's a cop. He sees it every day. Like, come on. He's like, here's a dumbass walking on the overpass. He probably had a good inkling before he pulled up.
No, what I'm saying is he did that instead of being like, no, you're getting booked for something. We're taking you downtown to, Cincinnati Justice Center where, let's be honest, my butthole would be wider.
Well, they can't book you anything. So, like,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Police do it all the time. So
JB wanted to know if this story was going anywhere. Jesus.
JB, this story is going the exact same way that your articles do. So shut the fuck up.
Whoa. Shots fired. Damn.
I don't know. Is it shots fired? I've never read a single one. So what can I say? So this cop picks me up. He handcuffs me for his safety. Whatever. Puts me in the back of his car. And then handcuffed. I did. I got handcuffed. He gave me the pat down.
I'm going to handcuff you for my safety.
That's what he said, and put me in the back of the car, drove me the 3 miles home, dropped me off at my front doorstep. And this is where I love your story about your buddy sitting there like your dad or whatever. He waited until I got inside and closed the door. Like, let me make sure this is actually his house. I get inside, door closed. He pulls off, and then I lose my shit. I was like, how could he handcuff me? That's fucking bullshit, man. That just, I can't believe you.
Even though he just gave you a fucking ride?
Yeah, like what would probably have been a $35, $40 Uber ride. Yeah, I got pissed.
But you got a free ride from a cop who didn't arrest you. Like, it must be great to be white. You know where I'd be right now if I was walking?
Race card.
Yeah, race card all you want, but you know how that story ends if it's me, man. We're not telling
truth card.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not telling you this story. Or it ends up with a whole bunch of Billy Club to my skull. Like he was resisting arrest.
Clearly, with those flip-flops in his hand, he was armed.
I thought it highly unusual that a black guy was holding flip-flops, so I hit him.
Because with a squad car.
I mean, it's like, this story's early enough. There's no body cam, so it's like, yeah, he seemed like a threat. He was holding flip-flops. You ever seen a black guy holding flip-flops? I did what I had to do. I beat his ass with the billy club right there on the spot.
So speaking of beating ass,
Happy Christmas, y'all! Joking about police brutality.
Mike would be so red. That would be the best part.
Mike would be off camera, redder than your Christmas tree. Just
he'd be run upstairs, get some concealer, pat that makeup on to tone it down, because he would. Oh man, woof.
But it's so funny because it's true.
Should we say something about Dugout Mugs now or later?
Let's wait.
We're halfway through the show.
Yeah, we are already halfway through the show.
Do you want? Do you want to talk about Hard Knocks? Let's talk about Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I feel like.
The hell happened to Christian?
Internet, man. Oh, there.
Okay, there he is. There he is.
All
right.
Like
Well,
good. Virus.
We're gonna switch to this one for a minute, so we can do Hard Knocks.
Nice.
And you did watch this week's episode, right? Like,
yes,
I'm not gonna start reading this, and you just.
I watched all 4. I got caught up in all of them.
Oh, okay. So you now know some of the stuff I'll be referencing. That's cool.
I hope so.
All right. Well, we're just going to do this the same way we always do it with Mike, and I'm just going to start reading my notes. You chime in if you got anything worthwhile, which, I mean, it's you, so I doubt it. All right. The low energy level of Frank Wright starting off every episode pretty much sums up this season. I
got one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, maybe I lied. Nope. Go ahead. I started really early. I just realized, because I didn't realize that the intro was an intro, so I got notes for a minute, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Like the credits, the opening credit thing, like the montage.
I guess that's what it was.
You started taking notes of the fucking intro.
Oh, I've never seen anything. I didn't know it was important.
Shit. Anyway, old people trying to figure out how computers work. Riveting stuff. Reindeer as a tree topper. First time I've ever questioned DeForest Buckner.
Oh yeah, so you're way ahead of me. Because I heard that comment.
So what do you take? Hold on a second. Wait, what notes are you taking? Did you not watch this week's episode?
Oh, I totally did. We're just gonna forego the whole Cowboys bit at this point, because this is even better. Here are my notes.
Wait. You have notes from every single episode up until now?
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, dude, that's kind of dedication at this point.
No, I couldn't watch this. As I say, the Colts are white as mayonnaise that long. So I have a note for the Frank Wright thing. Okay, that's where I feel like we're synced. But before that, I've got I've got 2 others.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
30 seconds in, and I already hate this family TV show.
Accurate.
The Colts are white as mayonnaise.
And then you're caught up to the Frank Reich thing? Or?
Well, no, then I'm talking shit about the coaches in Zoom, because I literally wrote the same thing. How is it that these coaches still don't know how to work a Zoom call? And Jenna goes, well, I mean, they just started doing it. I was like, no, they've been doing this shit for like 2, or she goes, well, they didn't know they'd have to do this. They didn't choose this. I was like, no, they've been doing this for like 2 years. Like, how do they still not figure this out?
Right. That was an excuse at the beginning of the pandemic. We're deep enough that you need to know how to access all the cameras and involve everybody in fucking Zoom calls. Come on, man.
We're like Carson Wentz into a can of jelly beans deep right now.
Jeep.
Yeah, it didn't work. I tried.
Are you all caught up to the reindeer? Do you have anything before the reindeer tree topper? Because that's the
I do, because really I just want to know, how the fuck does making cookies with your kids help you sack the quarterback?
Oh, okay, because my next note was inability to make cookies is probably a metaphor for something, but this is too lame to care. Like that whole sequence of them making the cookies and eating them and them being terrible. I didn't understand why that was in the show, except for
exactly. Yeah, like what is this shit?
Whole fucking season, I feel like it's just, hey, here's filler. And we just share. And my notes bear that out. So the next note I have is sack on Brady. Usually it's a sun sack on top of him, but it's nice that the refs let that stand and there wasn't a penalty.
Oh, so much temptation. Also, maybe because I love that we're so in sync too. Because the next thing I had was at least Buckner's kid knows where his food comes from when asked, what was your favorite part about the game last week? And he goes, when Daddy sacked down Brady. Like, yeah, you're fucking right. Like, that's how Daddy gets paid. So it better be your favorite part.
Right. No shit. I agree. That's the first time that I've agreed with a kid on this show.
There's so many kids on this fucking show.
I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this. The Cowboys edition was so much better. Holy God, is this boring?
I'm kind of pissed then that I spent time finding the Cowboys episodes because that was like effort wasted, apparently.
Yeah. Xavier Rhodes makes a good point. Please put him out there on one leg so this show at least gets interesting. Oh, cool. More kids. And now we're advertising for American Girl, I guess.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, right? Like, who the fuck cares about their trip to American Girl store? Like, this is what I paid $10 a month to watch?
This whole season has been filler, and you're just watching, rich athletes take their kids, their spoiled-ass kids, to American Girl. Like I said, it was basically a commercial for American Girl. The logos were everywhere. I did kind of laugh when that old white lady came up to her and was like, is this the doll you want, little girl? And she's like, nope. And sprinted off. Like, that shit was actually kind of funny. But just in general, I'm like, good God, man, this is the football show we're watching right now. A defensive back taking his kid and wife to buy.
Exactly. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I can watch that shit on Bravo all day. I do think you skipped over this part because I had said that Frank Wright, I've been more inspired by oatmeal than I have by Frank Wright.
No, I didn't skip over that part, but I've already said something along those lines.
Are we not there yet?
Oh, no. You're good. The reason I didn't even include it is because I feel like I've said that same thing. Like, he led off the show with something, and it was just like,
God, so bad.
God, man, he's not inspiring. Like, he's boring. I don't know how these players are like ready to run through a wall for him. Like, I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He's just, there's nothing inspiring about him at all. He's dry as shit.
At least Urban Meyer brings energy to the situation, right?
And grinding. All right.
He's active.
Speaking of that whole American Girl thing, this isn't a great experience, Xavier. You're lying. Christmas decorating montage. This is why this show needs to stick to training camp. So much filler. Someone really needs to tell the producer of this season that silence and slow zooms into fucking penguin inflatables isn't good TV. Dear God, there is nothing to talk about. This game is terrible. This episode is even worse. Like, seriously, there was a good 20-minute stretch, which I don't think that's happened in any of these episodes until now, where I didn't have any notes to take. I was so bored, and I'm just watching it, and I'm like, there's nothing to make fun of here. There's nothing to hate. This episode just sucks. Oh, good. Bye week. Is that what DeForest just said? Thank God.
So this might be after the fact of when. Did you know that when? Oh shit! Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck you are on the show right now because I think I missed the part. Because I remember writing a note.
At this point, yeah. I've already gotten to the end of the game where they were just basically replaying the Houston Texans.
Oh
game,
damn! You're like
there was nothing interesting
all the way through.
That's what I said. I was like, I skipped all the way past because I was like, there's nothing interesting about this game. They're just beating their asses. It was awful.
Beating their asses. I got a lot of shit talk before that, but I guess I'm not fed up with it because I haven't watched it. So going back to before the game, this is when they were talking about T.Y. and his injury situation. At first, I said, just because T.Y. plays the Texans twice a year doesn't make it a semi-annual event that needs to happen That needs to happen once every 6 months, you dummy.
Yeah, no, I did. I
Right?
did make a mental note that I was like, I'm pretty sure he's using that wrong. Like his definition of semi-annual is incorrect, but whatever. It's Frank Reich and he's boring, so I didn't care.
Oh my God, right? And then after they go through all that shit, I'm like, all right, cool. So Hilton's washed up, cut him from fantasy. Check, got it. And then
I didn't even want to say, I was like, T.Y. Hilton, his entire career can be summed up by great when available, which is maybe 60% of the time.
Exactly.
Dude stays hurt. I like T.Y. Hilton, but holy shit, he is never healthy.
Well, and that's basically what they did for the first half of the show is I said, are you really running with the injury storyline? We're 3 months into the damn season. Like, everyone's fucking hurt. Everyone's banged up. Every single team has injuries right now. That's what you're going to make this team compelling. That just proves how they're a waste of space, and they are mayonnaise.
Yeah, no. I mean, this season, seriously, it's really bad.
I said, Xavier, that's just disrespectful, Christian.
I did think about that too when they said his name is Xavier Rhodes, and I'm like, this motherfucker can't even pronounce his own name right. Son of a bitch.
There it is. I found the Penguin segment comment because I said HBO owes me $10, or actually it's $3.40 for that waste of time Penguin segment because the amount of time it wasted against the amount of shit I paid for their stupid subscription. I also thought that assistant coach totally bangs that Penguin, right?
Dude, he was oddly specific. He's like, hey man, go on ahead and plug that in. Why? Because I like it. Like, it inspires me. And the way he was looking at it was real creepy. But that was bad enough. What was worse was when the other coach left and that dude went over and fixed the Penguin and was like looking at it like lovingly from across the room. It was disturbing as fuck. As I was saying, I was like, this is really bad TV. And does he want to fuck that Penguin?
I mean, what else are you going to do late at night at the Colts facility? So then we're starting to get in the game. I'm like, man, I love how the main theme is the bye week coming up and the Texans are an afterthought at best.
Yeah, they went in. It was like the first play of the game. They challenged for that interception that got overturned, and then I think I don't know it's editing, but seemingly about 5 minutes later in the game, the Colts are already like, "Hey y'all, we're going for a shutout." It's still like the first quarter, and they're already talking about shutting them out. I'm like,
y'all haven't even scored.
Like, he specifically said, not even 3 points today. I'm like, damn, man, that's hard to do in football.
Have you seen your own quarterback? He will throw a pick six on your ass. Like,
seriously. I mean, so many things can happen for a team to accidentally score some points in football. Like, shutting out a team in football is really fucking hard.
It ain't easy. Then I said Frank Wright's Frank Wright's family belongs in Indianapolis. They're just as pacey. They're just as boring. Why are they on screen?
I guess I didn't write notes about this. It's like I know I'll remember it. And I'm glad you brought it up. His, I guess, son-in-law.
I got one on that.
Dude, he was mugging for the camera so hard. I'm like, this guy. Why did they let him on TV? He clearly is the guy in the background who's like, "Hey, y'all, you see me? You see me? I'm on TV.
Scott,
I'm on TV."
No, Scott, you got it wrong, man. It ain't about that. The note I wrote was Reich's son-in-law wants him to like him so badly, and he could not care less. That's what it is.
That too.
Like, he wants Daddy to like him.
2 times they went in for the he went in for the handshake and the awkward hug. Screwed up both times at the beginning and the end of the.
And both times it was because Frank didn't even think about dapping him up. It was like, oh shit, that's right. There was like that pause where he was like, oh yeah, talk to the son-in-law. Yeah.
He did his
poor guy.
He's like, this fucking meat sack's just here. Like, did he sign the waiver? Fuck, I guess he can be here.
And the worst part is his daughter's not even that hot.
Go ahead.
I'd pay $10 a month just to watch Quentin Nelson and nothing else.
That was the most exciting part of the show, was that Quentin Nelson, who I really was super, I had a man crush on him when he came out of Stanford. Yep. And the Niners were in a spot to draft him and did not do it. And I was a little upset. But yeah, he's every bit the beast that he was projected to be. And seriously, it was the only time of the episode that I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying watching this.
Right. And so now I'm getting to the late part of the game. I love that Buckner, when he's walking off the field, again, talking about the bye week that they've been talking about all fucking week, because they clearly don't give a shit about the Texans, and Tyrod Taylor goes, now I got to wait 2 weeks to get out and hit the quarterback. Damn it. That's some football right there. I appreciate that insight. He's a player. How in the hell is Irsay not still stuck in rehab?
which that jumps me back into my notes. Irsay on the screen. Hide your pills. Hide your wife.
Yep, absolutely. I was like, wait, so hold on. Where's the probation officer that's following him or whatever? Like, he needs an adult.
When he talks, I'm like, that's been like the entire thing. He slurs all his words. Like, he just sounds drunk or high all the time.
And the problem is that I would see him and I would be like, all right, well, if you're not that wasted, then my concern would be you're just waiting for everyone else to leave so you can rape me. That's not cool, man. It's not cool, Uncle Jim. It's not cool. Frank Wright would do this weak ass Peloton workout, not to mention the basic ass soundtrack to it.
Yeah. And now we're advertising for Peloton. Someone just end this season already, please. Because seriously, they go the way the cameras showed up, where they show the Peloton logo, they show the pedals, that you hear the workout. I'm like, God, it's just like an advertisement.
You hear fucking Ashley introducing herself, probably spelling it out with like an ASHLEIGC.
And to just put a bow on that, my final note was, did they seriously just finish this episode with 3 minutes of Wright sweating? Please tell me this is the last episode.
Oh, it's got to be. It's the same thing.
I was like, when they started the Peloton sequence, I'm like, okay, so they got this Peloton ad, but there's 0% chance that they are going to end this episode on close-ups of this dude sweating on this exercise bike, and that's exactly what the fuck they did.
Yep.
Dude, it's clear. They have nothing. There is nothing to show. When they're not showing the NFL games footage, they might as well not show anything, because all of it is just straight garbage. Straight trash.
Oh, easily. I mean, they did at least 3 minutes on Peloton, and it's a 44-minute show. Like, that's ridiculous. Can you imagine? Oh, God. Whitey. Why are you trying to get us in trouble with Micah again? It's not okay. So I said that Leonard, the linebacker, when he was just going around doing his hi thing, just saying hi to everyone, I was like, all right, you can be on the show too with Quentin Nelson. Definitely not Carson, though. Fuck that guy.
Carson. It's funny because before this, I was kind of like a Carson Wentz guy. I was just a fan of his. I thought he got a raw deal and fully. The more I learn about Carson Wentz as a person and like what they've shown on the show, I'm like, good God, I don't like this guy.
He's a raw deal.
There's something so phony about Carson Wentz, man. There is something so.
Dude, I would piss in his Cheerios in front of him.
Like, he comes across as that clean-cut quarterback at your high school that, never got in trouble, never did anything. But when the cameras weren't on, when the parents weren't around, he's a complete douchebag. Like, that's fucking Carson Wentz.
Type thing.
What?
Tough joke.
No, I get it. No, I appreciate the joke. But again, I think you're giving Carson way too much credit for being an interesting person. I think he's exactly what Scott said. He's the clean cut, whatever, like, he's the good guy or whatever, but he's also not good at football. So, like, who gives a shit?
And he drops $400 at the strip club in like an hour. Like, that's also.
Yeah, but he does it on like their breakfast buffet.
Because he likes the eggs.
Right. He's like, I don't know how you do them here. I don't know what it is that gets him so fluffy with just that hint and pepper. But damn it, man. I tell you, Antonio, if you don't make the best side of eggs.
They're at the 11 o'clock shift and they're still wearing all their clothes.
The last note I got, Scott, and you can go ahead and walk it off if you get anything left, is I do respect a guy that rocks purple velour.
I wanted so hard to have something witty to say about that, but I didn't. That coach pretty much did. I did kind of.
He took it all.
He did. He took it all. But I was also sitting there thinking, it got to a point where it felt like, I don't know how to describe it, like football from like 20 years ago. Like when we were growing up, it was kind of acceptable to like make fun of dudes. Like it seemed like if this episode had aired 20 years ago, he would have just straight up used the F word on him, like, or something like that. Like, like if the cameras had been rolling 20 years ago, we would have heard a homosexual slur at least 2 or 3 times. Like he was on the edge to where I was like, this almost feels uncomfortable, like he's going too hard in on him and he's saying all these things. And I'm like, he really wants to call him something that he should.
See, and that's why there's a part of me that appreciates that so much, because I think he kind of got his point across, granted without the colorful language, but he busted that dude's balls so bad that
he did, and the dude didn't say anything. Like,
because what are you going to say when you walk into a team meeting late, albeit, oh, I wasn't late, coach. Whatever, it's debatable.
I think it would have been not that big of a deal, but here's the
no. I choose to believe that even if he was early, he still would have gotten his nuts kicked for this.
He would have.
Who wears purple velour out in public? Like, I'm just out walking around.
I was fine. I was like, look, he looks ridiculous. I'm not going to defend what he was wearing.
Dude, he looked fresh. He was.
My problem was when they panned over and the purse was sitting next to him.
Oh yeah,
it's like, dude, I could have had his back until the purse showed up. It was
dude,
like,
all the athletes do that. It's like the NBA guys. You see them walking through the tunnel and they're all holding their purse to make it. What is in there?
I know.
What do you have?
Those NBA guys, or the dudes you usually see rocking the purse, are wearing some like sharp ass, supremely tailored Italian suit where you're like, all right, I can kind of see the European handbag type thing. Like, look, I don't know if I could pull it off, but I get it. Like, it's a thing. It's fine. When you come in wearing a purple velour do-rag and some
like your Tuesday meeting of all things too. Like, there ain't no press around.
You look like hood chic, and then you got a purse. Like, it just doesn't.
Dude, all I'm saying is,
man.
How comfortable do you think he was, though?
Like if
he was living in comfort.
Shit, fine, but he looked ridiculous. Now, if Carson Wentz came in wearing one of his fucking tailored suits, rocking that man purse, I wouldn't have thought shit out of it. I'd be like, that absolutely fits Carson Wentz's persona.
So good. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about that. So Carson Wentz showed up again wearing a ridiculous suit, but he also was dragging a fucking suitcase, like a carry-on size suitcase, into the stadium. And that's what I wanted to get to too with the NBA guys. What the fuck are these guys carrying into the stadium? Like, what are you transporting that you need to take into the locker room with you besides like your phone, maybe your wallet? I don't know. Do athletes have wallets or they just have agents? Like, why do they need all of this luggage? What is in their luggage?
I don't know, man. I mean, you make a good point for the NBA guys. I have no idea what they're always wheeling in. Right. I think that's something like part of the look. Like, all right,
exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Right. And with like Carson too, it's like, all right, dude, I get you're on the road, so maybe you have your own kind of stuff, right? You're particular about things. Why are you doing this? Oh, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike just chiming in saying that Christian looks so entertained tonight.
I just don't get the Hard Knock stuff. That's it.
No. I know. I knew that it was gonna like alienate you and all that shit, but it's just like, look, we gotta do this. And thankfully, Drew actually watched the episode, so that
which I'm pissed about because those motherfuckers took 10 of my dollars. There wasn't even no 7-day free trial.
Hold on a second. Back up. First of all, I want to thank you for actually watching it. Second, I was sitting there thinking when I was watching it, God, Mike or Drew having to pick up the slack on this shit. Like, this season is awful. Like catch up with this. And then now you're adding another layer. You had to you paid for this.
Yeah, they didn't have any free whatever. And I was like, all right, I'll go through the sign up. It'll be all right. But no,
dude, I didn't realize all that. Like, I would have just given you my login credentials. Like, you should have been like, hey, they're trying to charge $10. I'm not paying that. I'd have been like, here, have my credentials. Like, because when you said, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a free trial or some bullshit. Actually, pretty much everybody I know on the planet has HBO Max because there's about 42 different ways to have a subscription at HBO Max. without actually having to subscribe. And you took the only route for like the uneducated, for like the grandma who's like, oh, I want to watch.
No.
I guess I'll pay for the subscription.
Let me just put it out there that first I put in hours. I put in some work there to try the we'll just say the Plex Media server route, and came up empty. Now I did find the Cowboys, which I plan on watching because I didn't do all that shit for nothing. See that? I almost said something too. I was about to be like, Scott, why'd you put Christian on screen? Because Mike just commented his reaction to the camera cut to him.
I specifically cut to him because I'm like, I want him to read this when he's solo on camera. So, and we got exactly what I was looking for, the money shot of Christian reacting to it.
Yeah, well, we didn't get any of those in Hard Knocks. At least it's probably
hold on a
over.
second. Wait, back to you. You paid $10.
I paid $10 for this shit. These motherfucking assholes. And I was already...
Definitely could have found it online for free, man.
I know. I was just gonna say you didn't look hard enough. Like seriously, there's so many ways to find DVD on free. You didn't look the right way. Look,
no. All I'm saying is, if I'm gonna break the law, then I'm gonna break it for media I have in perpetuity. Then.
Also, there's so many shows on HBO. You don't watch a single one of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, you don't have a subscription or like a way of watching in any of these shows, because you know what? I speaking of another show, at the end of this episode, I was like, God, I feel like I'm hate watching this, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it popped up in my head the memory of last season, which it's like 2-3 years ago now, because that's how the season's operated, of Curb Your Enthusiasm. There's an episode where Larry is leaving somebody's house, and he's like, fuck you, I'll see you tomorrow. And that's how I felt about, like, that's how I feel about this season of Hard Knocks. It's like, man, fuck you for making me sit through this shit. I'm doing it for the show. I'll see you next week. Like, I don't want to spend my time watching this season, but I have to, because it's good content and it's like, it's funny to make fun of, but it's not good. Like the actual show, like I would have, if I wasn't watching this show, I would have quit this shit. It's the worst season of Hard Knocks.
It's terrible. I gotta be honest, dude. At first, like when I was watching it, I was putting furniture together. I was like, oh, it's a great time to do it. I'll throw it on the background.
At least you did something productive. Like I sat there and did nothing. Like I wish I would have been doing something.
I'll tell you what, the new couch, phenomenal. Worth every penny we paid the Chinese company that took 6 fucking months to deliver it. But anyways, I digress. That's the biggest laugh out of Scott for the night.
It's the biggest because you tried to just brush right past it. There was
I wasn't mad about any of that. Yeah, I wasn't mad about any aspect of those things.
Like, it was the most anger you've displayed this entire night, and you just tried to brush past it. Much like my dude tried really hard not to drop some homosexual comment. You tried really hard not to make an angry racial comment there by just saying Chinese. Anyway, if it goes any further, I'm going to say something I regret.
All I'm saying is, it came from somewhere else, because it wouldn't take 6 months to drive it across the fucking country.
But do you realize that that's how everything is right now? Like, you order stuff and you don't know when you're going to get it or if you're going to get it because of supply issues. Like, that's like everything's fucked right now.
Scott,
I would agree with you, but we ordered a piece for our couch that broke before July. Originally, we were supposed to have this piece in July for the couch. My recliner has stayed reclined. It broke in the reclined position. They're supposed to fix the part. Ask me if that part's still fixed.
Definitely not. Do you think
tell me when they expect it to actually be fixed, or they told me.
I was gonna say they haven't given you a date, probably.
No. Last month, it was funny because before the date they were supposed to have it fixed, I told Cheryl, I was like, when you call them, they're gonna tell you they're sorry, there's another delay. It's not gonna be ready till February. And she's like, really, that far? Like, there's no way. I'm like, that's just my guess. I'm just saying, if they tell you they can't get it, it's gonna be until February.
Don't tell me.
Kid you not. She called. Hey, so that part, it'll be available in February. We'll get it to you then. I was like, I fucking knew it, man, because all they've done since the original July date is put an arbitrary 3 months on it. They're just like, yeah, it'll be ready then.
No,
it'll be ready then. I was like, these people have no fucking clue when that part's going to be ready. They just keep throwing a date at us.
See, and that's why I'll give them credit. I'll give credit to the company we bought it from, and I don't want to say their name because I don't want to besmirch them with my earlier comments because they were fantastic.
I don't give a shit. Macy's, they fucked up.
No, we ain't do Macy's. Whatever, fuck, I'll say, because they were fantastic. Their customer service was great. It is what it is. Scott, my original response to you was, do you know what my nationality is? When you said, do you know what's going on with the supply chain? Scott, do you
hold
know
on a second? Wait a minute. Scott, breaking news, because I didn't want to look this up. Mike is saying this Hard Knocks goes the rest of the season for fuck's sake. No. I
only paid for December, motherfucker. I ain't paying another $10.
Hold on a second. I got to say, I don't know if I'm going to make it the rest of the season because I was super excited when they were talking about how the bye week was next week. I seriously thought, okay, good. They're going to kind of meander out. Like, there's not going to be enough material for the bye week. Next week's probably the last episode. Like, they didn't mention it. So next week, so that means we've got like 6 more episodes of this bullshit. No, seriously. Because they're 6-6. They won that game against Houston, so they're 7-6. That's 13 games. Okay, so they've got 4 more weeks of the season.
4 weeks.
Yeah, four including the bye week. 4 including the bye week because that doesn't. They've got 17 games to play, so they've.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying. I'm not doing it.
To this fucking
I'm not
show.
doing it.
You know what I'm hoping? Here's my only hope for this show is that because
they come out
next
with
week
Doc
is
McStuffins.
Knox McStuffins? What?
Doc.
What? Wait, hold on. Did you actually mean to say Doc McStuffin and say Knox McStuffins?
No, I said Doc. You just didn't hear it. I said Doc McStuffins.
Okay, I thought you said Knox McStuffin. I was like, you might have accidentally stumbled into something amazing.
Yeah,
I know who Doc McStuffins is. Like, how? Come on now.
Here comes Knox McStuffin.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'll watch that too, though. That sounds interesting.
That sounds like the stripper that serves the breakfast bar for our boy Crunch.
she'd be making them scrambled eggs real good. You know, fries up that bacon just right.
I like the breakfast bar. You know, Knox McStuffins holds it down there for those. Her scrambled eggs are fucking.
Now wait, is she now?
They're the best in Indy.
Now is she a pancake, French toast, or waffle kind of gal, though?
Waffle.
All right, wait. I changed my mind.
Aren't most girls that work at strip clubs pancake kind of girls?
Hold on. I gotta find the thing.
And Mike, for the love of God. Okay, so guys, Mike added these transitions because me and Drew don't have the ability. But what I didn't know, and I'm guessing the reason is because he wasn't able to add the audio only file, so he has to add these videos, or maybe he chose to. But the videos that are popping up for
that's a good choice
for the rap air horn and the sellout. Fucking hysterical. Fucking hysterical.
One more time, and I'm gonna do the rap air horn just because I need to confirm who this is, unless you two already know.
It's like Mike in a Bob Ross costume.
Oh, you know who it is? It's Bob Ross's kid.
What?
So Bob
Ross has a child?
Bob Ross has a son who shockingly looks just like Bob Ross. And he does the show. He doesn't. What is Ryan trying to say here? Because I just need to. We need to do another thing.
Yeah, Ryan said that if we're talking Hard Knocks during next week's Christmas show, I think I might check out like poor Christian has this last half hour. I mean,
sip, chug, drain, pour, pancakes, waffles, French toast.
Holy shit! I'm gonna let Christian go first on this one. I gotta think for a second.
Wait, say it again.
Sip, chug, drain, pour, pancakes, waffles, French toast. Yeah, that's tough, right? I'll tell you what. All right. If you want, I'll go ahead and I'll go first. I'm gonna drain pour waffles just because simply look, someone had to get drain poured. No prejudice, just someone had to do it. I am going to chug pancakes because they are near and dear to my heart. They're the first thing I learned how to cook as a child. And I've fed myself in so many situations because literally that's all I knew how to make. That being said, there's also a lot of cool things you can do with them, like put chocolate chips in them, or put chocolate syrup in them, or put chocolate milk in instead of regular milk, or put cocoa powder in them. Fantastic stuff. You could do that with waffles, but pancakes are better. And they're easier because you don't need a waffle press or a waffle iron to make them. That's the only difference really between waffles and pancakes in my mind. Now, French toast, oof, I am going to take her on a...
bath?
No, it's his chair.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take...
French toast.
French toast, I'm going to sip, marry, and sweetly make love to for decades because she is the mistress that we all deserve, but the woman that we need to make us the man we should be. The way that she just takes in all those eggs and cinnamon and other spices and allows herself to be influenced by other flavors, but not dominated by them. There really is no better breakfast food than French toast, both for her versatility.
Yeah, that breakfast food is crazy. Anyway, Christian, what do you got for us?
Dude. Well, I said a lot of words right.
So, for me, it depends on if we're talking French toast or French toast sticks.
Okay, hold on a second. Now I gotta know just between the two, which one is coming out.
French toast, like in like full toast form, is drain pour.
Yeah,
but French toast sticks would make it through. So,
okay, all right. So that's one interesting take. Now I need to know, where do French toast sticks stack up against pancakes and waffles?
Oh, okay. I drain pour pancakes, marry waffles. Not marry waffles. Jeez. Chug waffles and sip French toast sticks.
So hold on a second. Not only do you have French toast sticks being the superior type of French toast, you have it being the superior type of breakfast food out of all of the starches. Like, out of all of those three, you're like, nah, French toast sticks is better than all of them.
Yeah, because if you ever, like, I don't know, maybe you guys don't remember this, but like,
maybe you guys
elementary,
don't remember
this.
Hold on a second school? Before you go any further. Fuck you, but go ahead. I don't know what it is that I might not remember, but go ahead.
Like elementary school and like middle school, like when they were serving French toast sticks, like it was a great day. You couldn't go wrong.
The shittiest part about it is that I actually agree that French toast sticks are fucking amazing. Like,
way better than regular French toast. I don't know why, but they're fucking better.
No. They're not better. They're not fucking better. Like that.
And
that
you can't like cut
crazy.
You can't like cut your French toast into strips. Like they have to come as French toast sticks.
But see, where I'm gonna hit you with do you remember? Because you may not even know that. As far as I know, Burger King is the only place that sells French toast sticks, like where you can go like fast food. Like McDonald's doesn't have that shit. IHOP does? Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like drive-through. Like if IHOP, you gotta go in and sit down and shit. Drew, are you okay?
Like, wait. We're talking drive-through?
Yeah, drive-through. Like if you're getting fast food breakfast, the only place that I know that serves them is
I didn't know that was like drive-through though.
Oh, cause see, like the only time I ever got French toast sticks and like
where do you get French toast from?
Wait a minute, are y'all still talking shit about my woman?
Burger King. Burger King sells French toast sticks. Like that's the first.
What about like normal French toast? Like who has that?
Oh,
like fucking everyone. Are you kidding me right now?
But not at fast food places though.
Yeah.
Like you got to go to a sit-down restaurant to get French toast. Like, but they got fucking pancakes every goddamn.
That's because she's a classy woman.
That to me suggests that she's just the whore that gets around.
Places like McDonald's wouldn't dare attempt French toast sticks because they need to be made right. So,
but Burger King's French toast sticks are amazing.
They are phenomenal.
Dude, I love Burger King's French. That's why I was saying, like, I will actually defend you on how good French toast sticks may be. Now, I do not think that they're better than all the other choices. Like, I think that's insane.
No, I put them second.
Wait. So I thought you said wait, but
the disrespect going on right now.
No, because I was thinking a different game, but I said chug waffles, sip French toast sticks.
Okay, so if it was marry, fuck, kill, you're killing you're killing pancakes, you're marrying French toast sticks, and you're fucking the waffle.
But if it's regular French toast, it's getting drain poured. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, we definitely established that. That's what made Drew leave the show for a minute.
Wrong. And it had nothing to do with how much I had to pee. Nothing whatsoever.
What? Oh, okay. Well, that's actually better because I thought you were legit offended by his stance on
I just had to piss, man.
French toast sticks that you got up and left. I was like, damn, he pissed him off with that one.
I mean, I am kind of.
I didn't think it was serious enough to walk away, but and Ryan's just saying drain poor Burger King. Period.
Ryan,
I mean, Burger King is what it is. I was just saying that French toast sticks to me when I hear French toast stick, my mind immediately goes to Burger King because that's the only place that I knew they existed for like the longest time.
All right,
Scott. I've never gotten Burger King breakfast.
Scott, because did you go with your breakfast foods? Because I gotta hit you.
Oh, I didn't hit you. Okay, and here's where I'm gonna go. Look, I don't think that sticks are better than actual French toast. Maybe when I was a kid, maybe if I'm on the road, fine. But if I'm actually eating it, like there's no way that it's beating it. But it's so funny because when I was a kid, my mom, I don't know if it was because she didn't know how to make them or if she just didn't like making them, but pancakes were like the holy grail because I didn't have them in my house. We had a fucking Belgian waffle maker and my mom made, and I loved waffles. My mom made waffles all the time. So it was one of those things like, you eat so many waffles, you just kind of get sick of them. And again, French toast always. So it was like, if you asked me this when I was a kid, I'm marrying pancakes and not even thinking twice. I'm fucking the waffles and I'm drain pouring French toast because it was like French toast to me is like, oh, you take white bread and you dunk it in some shit. Then when you get older and you realize that French toast can open up this amazing world of shit, and there's stuffed French toast and all that, French toast immediately becomes a marry category. I'm pouring pancakes are going all the way down the drain because, like you just said, Drew, any old dumbass broke kid can make
any dumbass broke kid.
They're fine. Like pancakes are so fucking basic. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chug waffles because again, there's delicacy to waffles and shit that you can do that you just can't do. Like pancakes are the basic bitch. So that's gonna be mine. I'm sipping on French toast. I am drain pouring pancakes, and I'm chugging waffles.
Reason will prevail.
All right, that was interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this shit up.
You don't know the Sunny episode? It's fantastic.
Oh, that wasn't a big enough reference for me. I don't know. Anyway,
it's a big reference, Scott. It's a big.
Ryan wants to know: are bacon pancakes off the table? I mean, no, none of these are off the table. Like any option you can, but. Also, and Burlon wants to know, are they flat pancakes?
Well, see,
I was gonna say, if you're talking about just like the Eggo waffles, then they got to get the fuck out of here. I'm talking about like Belgian waffles, like the ones that got the grooves in them that you can put fruit and shit in, and like, or you can pour all the syrup and you get like a gallon of syrup on that shit.
And butter. Don't forget the butter.
And butter.
Yeah, you gotta get that butter.
Oh God, you can't not butter your breakfast.
But Scott, I think what he's alluding to is we've seen Mama Kaiser's chocolate chip cookies, and that's why I was kind of surprised that she wouldn't make good pancakes. Like it just seems to make sense.
Tyson wants to know if he's too late to tell us to fuck ourselves.
Tyson, never. Fuck you for showing up this late, man. I told you to come on earlier. Like, we need the help tonight of all nights. What were you doing? Probably something worthless.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this shit up. So, Drew, what the hell were you drinking?
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Thank you. I was drinking Lemon Basil West Coast IPA from Spice Trade Brewing. Originally, I gave it a Ray Allen Big East, but in light of our recent conversation, I'm going to give it a Denny's Grand Slam. It was a solid beer. It started the night off right. It gave me a nice base, but at the same time, too, is really nothing that memorable.
We went from ranking the years that UConn had good years in the Big East to you just deciding Denny's Grand Slam. Is that a good or bad thing?
Oh, I feel like it's good. I mean, Denny's Grand Slam is it's very, very dependable. It's a great time every time you order it. You hit all kind of the categories and the flavors. Like, there's really nothing to be pissed about with it. But there's also nothing to like really go out of your way to write home. Like, if you're telling a story about how you walked home down the highway and then you ended up at a Denny's and had a Grand Slam, like, you're going to include that note as opposed to just being like, yeah, I walked home, grabbed some breakfast, and somehow survived. So I feel like that's appropriate rating for this lemon basil IPA. Christian, would you have to drink tonight?
Bud Light. And
hold on. Wait, where does this rank on the between Bud Light and Bud Light Lime? Like, where are you sitting?
Oh, it's way better than Bud Light Lime. But on the breakfast scale, it's like French toast sticks in elementary school because it's just never gonna fail you. Like, you're never gonna be pissed off and be like, oh, I gotta drink a Bud Light. No, you're drinking a Bud Light.
Yeah. It's a good time.
I want to go back in time and meet this kid Christian who's all excited about just French toast sticks, no matter where they are.
No. In school they were different. Then you could put the syrup on your tray, and then you got French toast sticks. But they weren't like made by the lunch ladies. That's the difference. They came in like these blue bags, and like, oh, they were so good. They never gave you enough. I want
to be at a party that you're throwing, like a big ass baller party, and or your wedding, and I'm be like, where the fuck are these French toast sticks at? Like, I want this dude's get a French toast stick bar. Like, and you know what? And I want you to take it all the way too. Like, I want the tray, and I want my syrup on the tray. Like, the way he told me I gotta fucking eat these things.
Scott, that's a brilliant idea. But what is even better is if he has French toast sticks, you're like, nah, fuck it. These they ain't got no blue bag. Like, these ain't come out that blue bag. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to pull a quick one on
like us. The blue bag keeps them warm too somehow.
We hired a world-renowned chef, and he's making this baller-ass gourmet French toast and then cutting it up into these delicate sticks. And I'm like, nah, where the fuck is that blue bag?
Fuck you, dude. I want the real thing.
I got to get the real shit. Then take it back to the old school. All right, Mike, for you and for everybody else, this is it. I was drinking my final pumpkin beer of 2021, not just 21. It is called Pumpkachino. It is an imperial pumpkin coffee stout. And the reason I saved this one for tonight is because it's 9.5%, and it doesn't taste anything like a 9.5% beer, which I've only got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm pretty good to go. So I'm going to stick with the 99 season for UConn on this one. I'm not going Grand Slam because I still don't even know why that was good. Like, what the hell?
Dude, a Grand Slam is dependable, reliable.
Okay, well, there's nothing reliable about this beer. This beer's just fucking amazing. Like this, I am glad that I saved Pumpkachino for last because it's like probably the best of all the pumpkin beers I had, just from the fact that it has really good pumpkin flavor, and I can't tell that it's 9.5%. So Pumpkachino, get that shit. Oh, and also it came in one of those gigantic cans, baby.
So real quick, as Mike says, RIP pumpkin beer season. Scott, where'd you get that beer?
Beer Drop, baby. Go on ahead and get your beer supply from Beer Drop. They are the best sponsor we have, the one that matters most. You can curate your beer every single month. They'll hit you with a list of beers that you might like. And if you're like me, yeah, you just pay the highest tier. It's only a few bucks more, and you get to pick whatever beers you want. So if you want 5 pumpkin beers a month, bam, 5 pumpkin beers in your box. Or if you're like, all right, cool, I've had enough pumpkin beer, it's time to hit these stouts up hard, you can hit those up. They even got a feature where you can pre-order beer. It'll take it off your shipment, and you'll be able to get whatever beer you want before it sells out. So go on over to Beer Drop, sign up for a subscription using craftbrewedsports.com/beer drop, give you discount off, and they're amazing. And you can get you a pumpkino maybe next year.
And also, the other thing you can do is if you want to sign up for a subscription box and not do anything, you can. You just sign up.
You
can
every
month,
lazy.
and it shows up.
They'll pick the beers for you.
Or you could sign up for nothing and just pick individual beers. They'll come to you in 2-packs, 6-packs, whatever. You can do that kind of mix and match 6-pack with whatever they have available and still pay that same flat rate shipping fee. Again, it's a great way to explore the American offerings of beer, because I have yet to see them ship one in from, Canada or Mexico, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Check it out, craftbrewsports.com/beerdrop.
Sell out.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Now I gotta find the other button though to take that away. There you go. All right. There's that.
Guys, this has been a hell of a show. I had no idea that it was going to feature like 3/4 of just drunken beer stories, and thank God Christian was here to make sure like seriously, the unplanned content of hearing drunken Christian walking stories was unexpected gold.
Epic.
Also,
Tyson had a date with a girl. Now, I still feel like we should get proof that he missed our show to have a date with a girl, but he claims he did it. So, good luck.
But I still don't think that beats out the fact that Christian has walked multiple miles, wasted, and also thinks that the creme de la creme of breakfast breads is her friend's toast sticks.
Yeah. Now, Christian, I don't know how much longer we get to keep you around. We talked about earlier, it's the end of the semester. I did want to take a quick moment to say thank you, man, for showing up, for being yourself, and for, if nothing else, giving people at least one more face to hate on this show than the rest of us. Scott probably doesn't feel the same way because of...
my face is pretty and nobody hates me?
Race card!
People can't talk shit this way. But I'll tell you, man...
No, Christian, man, thanks for hanging out with us, but we need you for 2 more weeks minimum, okay? So I know you're like, don't have school or responsibilities for like another fucking month, but how about for the next 2 Wednesdays, you come hang out with us 2 losers and help us, fill in time for this show. How about that?
Yeah, of course. No, it's fun.
Cool. So you guys have that to look forward to. You got us, you've got Christian. We're going to track down Mike. He may be on Vormir Saving the Planet. That's a deep in-game reference for those of you know, but I'm going to see fucking Spider-Man tomorrow. Do your civic duty and don't ruin Spider-Man for anybody, please, for the love of God. Don't be that asshole.
So at the end,
do we click the thing?
Yeah, we could play the outro music, but we definitely got the end slate up, dude.
Okay, we love you. Bye-bye. How long should we let this go?
I hate movie. Good God.
Insert inside joke reference here.